American steel doesn't like African sand.
Mid-1943, Tunisia. An intact Sherman becomes a test Germany never asked for.
It's clean inside.
Reliability begins with tiny choices you never see on a spec sheet. They didn't tow it. They drove it hundreds of kilometers because command demanded operational.
Temperature's holding.
It won't. Keep moving.
Our machines stop. This one just doesn't.
Endurance is paid for by people. Heat, thirst, and hours. Any misfire? Nothing. When the enemy machine behaves like a truck, pride starts to crack.
Der atmet besser als unserer. Als wäre er für den Dreck gebaut worden.
Cooling stable, transmission quiet. The first sign of fear is when laughter becomes notes.
In armored war, the weapon that shows up again and again rewrites the battlefield.
It drove here the whole way. Don't touch it.
Command insists. Operational condition.
Then treat it like a weapon, carefully.
Every stamp is a promise. This machine arrives and tells the truth. No dents, no shortcuts. He stopped calling it junk the moment it refused to die.
From sand to rail, Germany wanted measurements, not myths.
We're freezing for a tank! War moves on logistics, and logistics moves on people. If it's real...
We'll see it here. If it fails on your course.
We don't test best. We test what keeps moving. That single rule terrifies perfectionists. Photograph everything. The simple parts matter most.
Still starts. Good. A running machine is an argument.
4 days of driving became months of testing because the result threatened German assumptions.
Load spreads, not spikes.
So drivers survive their own mistakes.
It shifts like a road vehicle. That one comfort becomes a battlefield advantage.
Specifications impress crowds. Uptime wins campaigns.
What if the best is just the thing that breaks first? Not again.
I want the difference in one word. Endurance.
And what it costs us. They can't say it plainly.
Then we'll say it in reports.
A fair test is simple. Same course, same weather, same rules, until something quits.
Again, still passes.
No hesitation. Run it again.
We're measuring steel, but it's our hours that disappear.
Systems run on tired hands.
Ours needs help. That's the comparison that hurts.
It's not weaker, it's overstressed.
Then the design is lying to the battlefield.
We never built reliability like this.
Then we're not losing to armor. We're losing to uptime.
What if the most dangerous weapon is simply the one that doesn't quit?
This story isn't about one tank. It's about a system that keeps machines alive. Uptime isn't luck. It's built, checked, stamped, repeated.
If the best breaks, the winner is the machine that shows up tomorrow. Run it again.
Before a tank can fight, it has to arrive, day after day, across roads, mud, and time.
These parts don't look heroic. They're the difference between ready and missing.
If it drives like a truck, anyone can keep it moving.
Stress spreads out.
So failures don't snowball.
In 1943-44, the front didn't just move, it stretched. Every kilometer taxed the machine.
If it's stronger, it wins.
Only if it's present.
Present.
Operational availability is simple. How many machines can move right now, without permission from a workshop?
We can't fix what we can't reach.
And a tank can't wait for perfect tools.
It's not supposed to be this steady.
Orders that tell you how not to drive.
Because driving breaks it.
You don't win a work week with the fastest car. You win with the one that starts every morning.
A front can stall behind the lines, where spares, time, and hands run out.
Same loop, same result. Reliability is boring until you need it.
Power wins duels.
Availability wins campaigns.
No fitting. No bleeding.
Standard parts turn repairs into routine. Every extra hour of repair is an hour the front doesn't get back.
They're paying for our perfection.
A powerful weapon, if it arrives late, what is it besides a story?
Doctrine starts here.
Because this is what breaks first.
Small stops aren't small when they multiply. Each one steals tempo.
It tells drivers what not to use.
That's not a weapon. That's a liability.
2 machines on paper.
One machine on the road.
Proceed.
Overbuilt doesn't look glamorous. It looks like a seal that still seals after months.
No part, no movement.
Availability collapses quietly, one missing piece at a time.
You don't need a specialist to drive this.
That alone changes how an army scales. We chased perfection and forgot endurance.
Specs are a photograph.
And reliability is a film.
A vehicle can lose the battle without seeing it, simply by failing on the way.
Peak power wins minutes. Uptime wins weeks.
A war machine is 1,000 pass/fail decisions that the front will never see.
So what did the Sherman teach you?
That we've been measuring the wrong victory.
When a machine needs rules to survive, it stops being a tool.
If it's easy, they come back less exhausted.
Reliability is compassion disguised as engineering.
For every hour a vehicle stays ready, someone pays with their own rest.
A weapon can be strong, but if it can't get there in time, what does a strong even mean?
It's still operational.
That one detail is why this tank becomes a problem.
No leaks.
That's not normal for us.
No shortcuts. No field modifications. You're treating a tank like a patient.
reports can be wrong.
A running engine can't.
We sleep next to it.
Because if it fails, the evidence disappears.
This would choke ours.
Then why is it breathing fine?
Not one dramatic dash, just day after day of movement. That's the test.
Still steady in this heat.
On paper, it's average.
In sand, average doesn't survive.
This goes first.
Even over ammunition?
Especially over ammunition.
If uptime beats the spec sheet, the entire design philosophy is on trial.
No damage, no shortcuts.
It's strangely easy to keep moving.
A single machine can bend a whole supply chain because of what it might prove.
It's forgiving. And forgiveness is what armies scale.
They're not moving a tank. They're moving a question into the heart of German engineering.
Easy, easy! If it arrives dead, the story dies with it.
If this is standard, what does that make ours?
Why risk resources for a single vehicle?
Because one vehicle can prove 1,000 assumptions wrong.
Kummersdorf wants it running.
Understood.
Statistics don't start engines. Machines do.
Why the care?
Because the test starts the moment it moves.
They're not transporting it. They're measuring it, hour by hour.
Now it can't fail.
Now it can't hide.
A single operational machine can outweigh a warehouse of reports because it forces honesty.
Tight enough? Tighter.
They're bringing it to the place where German certainty goes to be measured.
They're not afraid of the tank, they're afraid of the comparison.
If it works this well by design,
Then our superiority is a story.
You can repaint the surface. You can't repaint the engineering.
If it arrives silent, it proves nothing.
What if their average is our best day?
then the war is arithmetic.
It feels built to be used.
They had numbers for years. One working tank made the numbers believable. Why would one vehicle make an entire system nervous?
Because once it's tested,
We can't pretend.
next, the inspection that turns doubt into data.
In Kummersdorf, a tank isn't a weapon. It's a specimen.
No notes, leave the room.
Understood.
That's it?
That's the point. We don't argue with opinions here. We measure.
The shock isn't what they find. It's how little drama it takes to find it.
Photograph, measure, disassemble, repeat.
This is where Germany tests its own machines, then quietly tests everyone else's.
He brought a tank. What arrives is a comparison.
It opens like a truck. Like it expects repairs.
If a machine forgives the user, is that weakness or dominance?
If it's simple, we prove how it stays alive.
Look at the tooth shape. That's automotive. This is built to survive bad driving.
This reduces driver error.
So it assumes ordinary men.
If you need experts to drive it, you can't scale it.
A design that tolerates average skills turns a nation into a crew pool.
Drive it like you don't care about it. It doesn't argue. No overheating? No overheating? Not even close.
Imagine marching without stopping.
Imagine planning without praying. It's a gamble. Again.
It's designed for bad conditions, by default.
This isn't a masterpiece. It's a fleet philosophy.
Careful what you say.
This tank carries a civilian industry inside it. Habits of reliability built over decades.
No filing.
That's the advantage. Get it, Paul.
A reliable vehicle doesn't just save parts. It saves time, the only resource you can't manufacture.
Write it carefully. It will still be true. Even enemies can recognize good engineering. Admitting it is the hard part. It's designed so ordinary soldiers can use it.
Keep it technical.
It is technical. That's why it hurts.
What if ordinary is exactly what wins modern war?
We kept chasing better specs, and they chased vehicles that don't stop.
And this was only the first one. The sample size was about to become impossible to ignore.
They didn't discover a secret part. They discovered a secret priority.
Start with the gearbox.
They expected brilliance. Instead, they found something worse. Calm machinery that kept its promises.
Hear that? Not screaming, humming.
Herringbone gears share load across teeth. Less shock, less noise, less punishment.
We call this impractical for mass production, and they build thousands.
Same profile, same fit, every shift.
The fit is ordinary.
Ordinary that survives.
Synchronization turns a skill test into a routine. Less driver error, fewer broken teeth.
When the system forgives mistakes, your failure rate stops being a personality trait.
Our box demands obedience. This one, expects clumsiness.
You just move it. It goes.
Design that trains people faster is a combat multiplier.
Shorter training means more drivers sooner, so vehicles aren't parked waiting for experts.
Gain a gap. Again, precision is survival.
One design assumes perfect soldiers. The other assumes tired humans, and still delivers.
Fail is fail. Pull it. Next, next.
No special notes. No recurring failures.
That's the point.
They wanted a mechanic to win. My hands can't feel the pedal. Then learn without feeling.
If your march includes repair stops by default, your offensive dies on the road.
This isn't a good driver. This is a forgiving system.
Widen the acceptable error window, and you stop converting fatigue into broken machines.
No adjustment. If it needs art, it's wrong.
Same model, different reality.
Then the depot becomes a gamble.
Standard parts turn supply into a river. Non-standard parts turn it into puddles.
How many rules does a gearbox need?
Enough to hide its weakness.
I thought I missed it.
You did. It didn't care.
When machines forgive, people breathe. That becomes operational tempo.
Do it wrong. I did, and it lived.
Consistency beats genius on overtime.
Less grinding means fewer rebuilds. Fewer rebuilds means more tanks present today.
Panzerung und Kanone entscheiden Schlachten.
Nur wenn das Fahrzeug ankommt.
A tank that stops for rules fights fewer battles than a tank that stops for fuel.
Different makers, same fit.
That's the miracle.
Interchangeability isn't fancy, it's mercy.
A forgiving drivetrain makes skill less rare, so armies scale faster than talent.
It should have complained by now.
It doesn't speak our language. So the weapon isn't the gun, it's the maintenance math.
In war, who wins? Perfect discipline, or a system built to survive human error?
A public trial doesn't test a tank. It tests egos under a stopwatch.
It's ready. Same as yesterday. That sound, it's not suffering.
This was staged as a comparison, yet everyone knew it was a confession waiting to happen.
Put our best after it.
After looks like excuse.
Reliability looks boring until your competitor can't be boring.
No hesitation. No apology.
Specs don't stall.
It can do it, if you don't anger it. One begs for perfect hands. One assumes tired hands.
Armor and gun end fights. Uptime decides who arrives to fight.
Synchronization and forgiving geometry turn mistakes into noise, not into repairs.
It's passing in public. Don't faute, Monsieur Smoa.
That's the dangerous part.
If it needs a hero, it fails.
A smooth hill climb is a public insult, because it shouldn't be news.
Slow! If it snaps, we're done.
It's not brave. It's built right.
It forgives drivers. That's why it lasts.
Forgiveness, a strategy.
They'll praise it me safely.
So we don't admit we're afraid. If you must praise your enemy, what are you trying to hide?
Numbers on paper don't climb hills. A demonstration ends in minutes. The paperwork haunts for years.
Make it idiot-proof, and it becomes war-proof.
Every repair feels like negotiation. Choose your doctrine.
Performance.
Presence.
They designed it so ordinary soldiers wouldn't destroy it. The shame wasn't speed. It was how often they had to stop being an army.
Publicly, admiration.
Privately, panic.
Give me a weaker tank that runs over a stronger tank that lives in the workshop.
When the complement is rehearsed, it becomes evidence.
Interchangeability turns repairs into minutes, not prayers. If you reduce interventions, you don't just save parts, you save days.
It doesn't demand perfection, it manufactures it.
Behind every public demo is a private workload, reports that decide what gets built and what breaks.
The war wasn't only firepower. It was this rhythm, measure, repeat, and keep moving.
And when you must praise the enemy's machine, you're admitting yours can't be trusted.
The real test wasn't a hill. It was hours, repeated until excuses ran out.
In Africa, sand kills engines. This one keeps breathing.
Endurance turns myth into math. How often you stop becomes the only story.
It should be climbing by now.
Drive it perfectly.
No, drive it like war.
If it was dying, it would leave glitter behind.
I botched it. And it forgave you.
They didn't test for a headline. They tested for boredom, and the Sherman kept winning it.
No incident, again.
Fewer interventions per distance means more operational days, without changing a single weapon.
It's denying me data.
No mystery. Just enough. Everywhere.
They designed for sand, heat, mistakes, and then shipped it to war.
We work, and it doesn't need us.
Reliability isn't loud. It's the absence of interruptions.
It's built like a truck!
That's the insult. Where are the failures?
That's the failure.
I kept waiting for the familiar sound.
And?
Nothing.
It's not just running, it's refusing to give us leverage.
A machine that stays moving steals time from the enemy without firing a shot.
Make it repeatable, and the field stops improvising.
Good systems don't demand heroes. They prevent small errors from becoming disasters.
It's automotive excellence, and we treated that like a luxury.
Where are the incidents?
Still waiting in the future.
When nothing breaks, the paperwork becomes the drama.
It drives like it wants to help. That's the advantage.
Low intervention rate is a weapon because it preserves momentum.
This is the math that moves armies. Less time repairing, more time present.
This isn't one machine. It's a whole habit.
If it doesn't fail, what do we even do?
So it survives by design.
By refusing drama.
We're the ones degrading.
And it's still running.
It's embarrassing because it's simple.
Weeks of trials didn't reveal a weakness. They revealed a doctrine.
If a weapon leaves you nothing to fix, how do you fight it?
They came to witness failure. Instead, they witnessed uptime and felt their doctrine start to crack.
Es ist nicht nur ein Panzer, es ist ein ganzes Regal voll.
Any bin, same result.
Standardization turns logistics into a river. Parts arrive like clockwork.
If it's not identical, pull it.
They built a rule, not a masterpiece.
So the secret is sameness.
Shorter repairs don't just save minutes, they multiply operational days.
That's not repair. That's exchange.
If it fits, we march. If it doesn't, we stop.
Every hour we file, the enemy drives.
Incompatibility is a hidden tax, paid in halted columns.
One model, many realities.
That's not a supply chain. That's a maze.
It's not good. It's identical.
The tank is the tip. This is the spear.
Es fährt einfach, als wäre es fürs Marschieren gemacht.
No filing, no bargaining. It fits.
Take the spare. 10 minutes and done.
10 minutes feels like mercy.
A tank's reach is decided by the parts that can find it.
A stamp decides whether a vehicle lives tomorrow.
Even the paperwork is engineered.
Same crate. Same part. Same promise.
When the rhythm is repeatable, the battlefield stops depending on miracles.
If it can't be swapped, it can't be fielded.
They don't win by one good tank. They win by replacing it instantly.
Standard tools aren't convenience. They're speed under stress.
Interchangeability converts breakdowns into brief pauses. Then operations continue.
Resilience is when one failure doesn't stop the whole machine.
For once, I'm not gambling with metal.
Click means done. Done means shipped.
You can't outfight a system that replaces losses faster than you can count them.
The scariest thing isn't the vehicle. It's the parts shadow that follows it everywhere.
No rebuild. No conversion.
Because it was built correctly the first time.
Any part, any shop. That's how you stay alive on the road.
This is what standardization sounds like. Not heroics, continuity.
The tank is manageable. The system behind it isn't. When a machine needs a manual full of warnings, it's not a weapon, yet.
It's a lot. Don't.
This vehicle expects ideal conditions. In a war.
On paper, specs win. On roads that never end, trust wins.
If it breaks before contact, what are we? Walking!
We're issuing warnings, like spare parts.
Complexity isn't evil, unless your supply chain can't feed it. A perfect spec is weightless. A real tank isn't.
We can design anything.
And manufacture only some of it.
If it's off by a hair, it becomes a breakdown.
Faster.
If I rush, it fails in the field.
Reject! Reject it, go! That's another week gone. A machine that needs artisans can't fight a mass army.
Same type. Different soul.
We can be precise, or we can be many, not both.
When procedure replaces confidence, your vehicle stops being a tool. They're telling crews to avoid third gear.
A gear you're not meant to use.
If you can't use a gear, it's not a gearbox. It's a negotiation.
Again! Perfect timing!
We're learning to not break it.
Straight back, no pivot!
We're protecting the gears, not the flank.
Straight back, no pivot!
We're protecting the gears, not the flank.
A long march becomes a mechanical lottery, especially when spares are scarce.
Move by rail.
So the tank arrives, already preserved.
A machine that consumes days for care can't sustain tempo, no matter its firepower.
On paper, we win. On the march, we bleed time.
A pebble stops 45 tons.
And stops the mission. Second, straight to fourth. Good, good. Keep it alive.
This fits, this one.
A tank that punishes mistakes punishes an army.
A spec sheet is a promise. A road march is the audit.
If we can't move, we're finished. Then make it move.
We're not short on ideas, we're short on hours.
Distance is the harshest examiner because it grades you repeatedly.
We're not stupid. Then why does it feel like we are?
Because the calendar is an enemy too.
If the manual says don't use third gear...
Are we driving a weapon or nursing a patient?
A factory doesn't collapse with an explosion. It collapses when steady becomes impossible.
I can't measure at this speed. Where are the bearings? Not here.
Make it fit. It won't be interchangeable.
When QC panics, reliability dies first.
A bottleneck isn't a delay. It's an army waiting on one door.
They've stopped promising dates.
It looks right. Will it last? Will it last? What? We're drowning in almost.
We don't rest, we just pause.
A perfect tank with no spares is a statue.
One missing component becomes 1,000 idle vehicles.
Pass it. We need numbers. We need truth.
Fail is cheap here. Rework is what's expensive.
The Sherman isn't lacquer. It's supplied.
If every tank is unique, every repair becomes a custom job, and tempo collapses.
A bottleneck doesn't need to be destroyed, only interrupted.
Don't sleep.
I'm not. I'm just blinking.
I'm stamping our future away.
We need the part! We need the part that doesn't exist.
A shortage turns maintenance into parking.
Nothing gets wasted.
Because nothing arrives.
The reports multiply, like failures.
Approve it. We need output.
Output isn't uptime.
We don't lose to strength. We lose to inconsistency.
A front can be defeated by missing shipments as surely as by shells.
Rework is hidden attrition, paid in owls you never get back.
Wir kämpfen mit dem, was heute noch fährt. Heute ist es nicht genug.
If it breaks, we swap it. That's not luck, that's a pipeline.
Keep moving. No gaps.
When same stops being same, maintenance becomes guesswork.
At first, you delay. Then you ration. Then you stop.
The line isn't steady.
Neither is the front.
You don't lose because the design is terrible. You lose because you can't keep it steady.
A stamp doesn't make it true.
In total war, the enemy isn't only steel. It's the moment your rhythm can't continue.
We don't fight with types. We fight with what starts. If the enemy keeps it, it's because it runs. If it moves today, it's ours today. Es klingt gesund. We're not changing anything? Why would we? It's easy! That's the point.
This was built to be touched.
We need miles, not miracles.
For missions measured in miles, reliability isn't a feature. It's the entry ticket.
This one will get us there.
That's not fixing. That's continuing.
Any one of these works. That's why we want it.
Can you keep it moving? It helps me.
They praise it because they depend on it.
They're not studying it anymore, they're relying on it.
In war, best someday loses to a present today.
A full
coal bin is a battlefield advantage.
Mobility is a deadline. Reliability is how you meet it.
For once, we planned the fight, not the breakdown.
They're using enemy tanks because ours can't keep up.
We can't afford a machine that wastes days.
When it fits, you don't freeze as long.
Late war mobility wasn't a luxury. It was how units stayed alive.
The log is quiet.
Quiet is victory.
A reserve that can't move is just a rumor.
A battalion's power is the percentage that shows up today.
That's the highest compliment, when they don't need to fix it.
A better gun doesn't help. From the roadside. When your enemy chooses your machine, they're admitting what matters.
This isn't a rumor anymore.
It's a doctrine in the wild.
They ask for Shermans.
Because they needed trust.
For missions with no second chance, they didn't bet on hope. They bet on reliability.
Steady beats brilliant, every week.
This is the truth we didn't want. That it runs, that running wins.
You can argue specs. You can't argue the rhythm that keeps moving.
When the enemy chooses your machine, that's the biggest admission of all.
The reports go west.
They'll outlive our tanks.
When a system collapses, it doesn't scream. It whispers orders and hopes they arrive in time.
Filed.
Then it's real.
Then it's real.
The tank kept going, and we didn't.
It would run tomorrow.
Aye. If it had fuel.
The tanks stopped. The paperwork didn't.
The lesson isn't build stronger. It's build steadier.
There's a little while.
So it's not one miracle.
Oh, yeah.
It's repeatability.
Operational power is calendar power. How many days you can show up.
We saw it. We saw it. We couldn't become it.
After the war, the most important rebuild wasn't steel. It was philosophy.
No hidden bolts. No rituals. Repairs must be ordinary.
We're finally writing what we learned the hard way.
Margins aren't waste. They're tomorrow.
A margin is time you buy in advance.
We built it to survive bad days.
A doctrine is only real when it survives contact with tired hands.
If it takes an expert, it's a failure.
One book teaches you what not to do. The other teaches you how to keep moving.
Same fit, every time. That'll peace of mind.
All those nights, if it had been built like this.
A good system turns stress into routine.
That sound is margin doing its job. Last one.
When the stamp stops, the system doesn't. It rests, so it can repeat. The scariest systems aren't loud. They're repeatable. Machines change. The math of uptime stays.
A weapon that needs perfect men loses to a system that expects humans.
The future is a checklist, not a legend.
It wasn't the best tank. It was the one that showed up.
Dessert purpur. A tankle's power is measured in days it shows up.
The future doesn't win battles. Today does.
See you tomorrow.
Are you watching a vehicle or the future of mechanized war?
In Total War, you don't lose because your machine is worse. You lose when uptime beats specs.